The secret weapon of the winners, the power to win quietly. Have you ever been dragged into an argument that went nowhere? Desperately trying to convince someone, spending your energy, your voice, your patience, only to realize the other person had already closed their ears? Most of us make the fatal mistake of believing that victory is won with words. We are trained to argue, to debate, to prove our point of view, as if the force of our words could change the other person's reality. But what I am about to reveal today is one of the most profound and liberating truths about personal power. The most powerful victory ain't the one you shout, but the one you demonstrate with actions. Strategic silence is not cowardice. It's the purest manifestation of an unshakable mental strength. This is the essence of Law 9. Win through your actions, never through arguments. This law is not about being passive, but about being a master of strategy. Arguments, by their very nature, create friction. They awaken egos, generate resentment, and in the end, rarely change anyone's mind. When you argue, you are not in control. You are reacting. You are giving away your personal power to the other person, giving them the opportunity to destabilize you and drag you into emotional chaos. The great leaders and millionaires, the masters of the game, know that their greatest weapon isn't their rhetoric, but their ability to act and produce results. They don't waste time trying to convince. They invest their energy in doing, and in the end, the results speak for themselves. It's the difference between being a film critic and being the director who makes the film happen. Your powerful action for today is this. In a situation where you would normally get into an argument, whether at work, at home, or in an online conversation, stop. Instead of debating, use your energy to do. If the argument is about the best way to solve a problem, instead of arguing, solve the problem. If the argument is about a point of view, instead of defending your opinion, demonstrate it with an action. Feel your ego fight against this action, but also feel the power that your silence and your actions begin to give you. If this idea of building personal power inspires you, tell me in the comments the last time you regretted getting into an argument. And since we are uncovering these secrets, give a like to help the channel and subscribe to not miss our next contents. The game of action. Why your words are your greatest weakness. Law 9 is not just a tactic to protect you. It's a weapon to increase your perceived value. The psychology behind it is simple, but incredibly effective. Most people define themselves by their words, by their ability to argue and express themselves. What happens is that, in their quest to be heard, they reveal all their weaknesses, their fears, their insecurities. The master of strategy, on the other hand, defines himself by his actions. He doesn't need to talk about what he's going to do. He simply does. And this difference is what makes him an enigma, a source of personal power that others feel compelled to decipher. Think of a leader who, instead of giving long speeches about the importance of a project, simply dedicates himself to making it happen. He doesn't waste time in discussions about what is or isn't possible. He invests his energy in finding solutions and producing results. His actions become the proof of his mental strength and his competence. And what happens is that his collaborators feel compelled to follow him, not because of his words, but because of the visible proof of his ability. This is the essence of invisible power, the one that operates without anyone noticing. Law 9 teaches us that true authority is not won with words, but with the ability to transform words into action. Your silence is not a sign of weakness, but a prelude to something great. Your practical action for today. Pay attention to the next time you feel tempted to get into an argument. Instead of debating, use your energy to do something that proves your point. If someone doubts your ability to do something, instead of defending yourself, just do it. Watch what happens. Your action not only proves your point, but also creates a silence that is much more powerful than any word. And feel the sense of power you acquire by becoming a master of action. So I know you understood the power of action. Comment the word action below. And if you're enjoying uncovering the rules of the game, like this video and become part of this community of power masters. The strategy of invisibility and anticipation. Law 9 teaches us that winning without chaos also means winning without attracting unnecessary negative attention. Arguments, by their nature, are a public spectacle, where you expose your vulnerabilities and give your opponents the ammunition they need. The master of strategy prefers to operate in the shadows, acting with precision and letting the results surprise everyone. His mental strength is to anticipate the moves of others and to act before they even realize they are in the game. It's the art of being like water, adaptable, silent, and capable of eroding even the hardest rock. Think of an experienced poker player. He doesn't reveal his cards, doesn't get excited with the good hand, nor despairs with the bad one. He observes, he analyzes, and he acts at the right time, often without anyone noticing. His strategy, his silence and composure are his greatest weapons. Similarly, a world of work or in your relationships, your ability to remain calm and act with purpose, without being carried away by provocations or heated arguments, puts you in a position of unmatched power. You become unpredictable, and unpredictability is one of the greatest sources of personal power. Others spend their energy trying to decipher you, while you are already focused on the next move, the next action that will bring victory without the need for a single word. Your powerful action for today: identify a situation in your life where you feel you are constantly being provoked to defend yourself verbally. It could be a critical colleague, a questioning family member, or even an online debate. The next time the situation arises, instead of responding immediately, take a deep breath and silently withdraw. Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you react. Use that time to plan your next action, which will speak much louder than any argument. Feel the power of disconnecting from the chaos and focusing on your own strategies. If the idea of becoming a master of silent action appeals to you, share a word in the comments that represents the strength for you. And for us to continue learning the laws of power together, your like and your subscription are very important. The mind that operates in the quietness of success. We have reached the essence of Law 9. What most people don't understand is that victory without chaos is the purest form of personal power. Your ability to win through your actions, and not through arguments, is what separates you from amateurs and puts you in the elite. The strategy here is not just about winning, but about preserving your energy. Think about the amount of time and mental strength you spend trying to convince others, justifying your ideas, defending your point of view. Each of these discussions is a battle you fight, and each battle leaves you more exhausted, more vulnerable. But when you choose action, you free yourself from this battlefield. Your energy is invested in something tangible, in something that has the ability to change your reality. And most importantly, your results become the proof of your wisdom, the proof that you don't need anyone's approval. Law 9 is, at its core, a law of self-control. It teaches you to master your own ego, which is the great enemy of your peace of mind. Your ego is what makes you want to have the last word, what makes you want to prove you're right. But what the master of the game knows is that the greatest power is not in having the last word, but in having the last action. Action is the proof of your ability. It's the silence that crushes the noise of the opposition. And when you become a master of action, you become unshakable. People don't try to argue with results. They fall silent before them. And your peace becomes the greatest indicator of your absolute power. You become a fortress, and in a chaotic world, the fortress of an unshakable mind is the most valuable asset you can have. Your most important practical action starts now. During this week, pay attention to your own thoughts. Whenever you feel the urge to get into an argument, stop, take a deep breath, and redirect your energy. Instead of talking, do. If the argument is about a project, instead of arguing, dedicate yourself to a concrete step to make it happen. If the argument is about a point of view, instead of defending your opinion, show the result of your philosophy in your life. Feel your ego fight against this action. With each moment you choose action over argument, you become stronger and wiser, and your power expands exponentially.